State of Play continues this week with a review of Governor Markel's State of the State assessment and a peek at his budget message. Joining us this week is a new player for the segment. Mark Corrigan is the editor of the Newark Post. Mark, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark, it's good that you are here because much of what the governor spoke about in his State of the State had to do with building up small companies and infrastructure that would seem to hit right in the heart of your coverage zone, Newark and in that Middletown area. Let's listen to a little bit of what the governor had to say about the expansion of Amazon.
Consider Amazon, which is soon to be one of our larger employers. It's become an all-purpose online retailer by leveraging the distribution capability that it originally developed to deliver books. Our employers are changing, capitalizing on their strengths and thinking about tomorrow. And to lead, to be the place where these companies grow, Delaware must be ready to do the same. We must be ready to win in the turns.
And of course, the place where companies are growing in Delaware, it seems of late, is Middletown, and this Amazon is really an opportunity for a lot of jobs in the area.
Absolutely. It's going to be 850 jobs are going to be coming in for year-round with the capability to bring in up to another 2,500. So the whole process, Mayor Ken Branner explained it at the last council meeting when it was approved, that the entire process took about 8 months from start to finish with an RFP that went out to nationwide, a request for proposal. About 5 months later, they started paring it down to about 10 areas. A couple months after that, a second proposal was sent out, and Middletown was put on the short list and eventually winning the contract. So in 8 months, a pretty quick time, pretty quick turnaround for this project.
And that's something that the governor has talked about on numerous occasions, of being that, having that ability to respond quickly to companies' needs, to get things done and to expand. And obviously, that's not the only expansion that's going on around Middletown. Obviously, for the last 10, 15 years, it's really been ballooning.
Oh, absolutely. About 10 years ago, we saw a huge population explosion, probably the first one down there, and the housing market just went crazy. 2007, 2008, when the economy went bad, we saw a lot of that go away. But still, there was land to develop, projects that were on the books, and it was good that the companies decided to come in and take a chance. One of the big things that's going to be happening down there is healthcare, something that's very needed. And we're looking at a population of about 19,000 people for that area. And basically, the closest major hospital is Christiana Hospital, which is above the canal. So Christiana coming in and deciding to build in Middletown is a huge step for them.
And what's the status of that? When do they hope to open?
Well, it'll be in 2013. Ground has already been broken on the project, and it is going to be a multi-phase operation. What's coming in first is an emergency center. Later on, they're going to have a medical office park, a full hospital, and then an auxiliary park on that in, I think, phase 4.
And a lot of the discussion of growth in Middletown and in that area below the canal has been talked about transportation and the 301 bypass, which seems to have been put on the back burner a little bit.
Well, a little bit, but I think with Amazon coming in and the increased truck traffic that's going to be out of that site, we're going to see improvements on that. We're also going to see improvements within the streets around there, Merrimack Boulevard, Levels Road, Patriots Drive. There's $10 million that has been set aside for these projects, and I think you're going to see a rush on these pretty soon.
And heading north from Middletown to Newark, also some developments in business growth there with Bloom starting to ramp up now.
Oh, absolutely. Bloom came in the beginning of December, and they have a 50-acre site of the old Chrysler assembly site, which is now called the University of Delaware Science and Technology Corridor. Ground has been leveled out. They're taking out a lot of the old rubble and things that have been cleared there. And the council meeting on Monday night, a couple of representatives from the university stated that ground will probably be broken, or at least some sort of construction started in as early as March this year.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Just such a massive complex over there. It'll be really fascinating to watch that kind of change.
Oh, absolutely.
Develop.
But if you think about it, this took about 14 months from start to finish once they made the announcement, which is a pretty quick time considering the size of the facility that's going to be going in there. They're going to be taking up 50 acres of the site out of the 270 that University of Delaware owns now. But if you think about this, that this is the start of a catalyst process that could bring in other major companies, other manufacturers. And this is part of Newark reinventing itself through technology. It's always been known as a manufacturing center, Chrysler, Avon, other companies, but now we're seeing that tech is coming in because of the research capabilities of the university. And with that, we're going to see a lot more partnerships, we're going to see a lot more construction in the years to come.
All right, Mark, great insight. Thanks so much for being here. Mark Corrigan, editor of the Newark Post, joining us on State of Play this week.